Hello students. Today we begin our discussion on hemoglobin, one of the most vital molecules in the human body. Before we learn laboratory measurement techniques, we must first understand what hemoglobin is and why it is so important. Think for a moment. How does oxygen reach every single cell in your body? The answer lies in hemoglobin inside red blood cells. Hemoglobin is the major component of red blood cell cytoplasm, and it is central to oxygen transport and delivery. In fact, hemoglobin accounts for nearly 90% of the dry weight of a mature red blood cell, making it exceptionally abundant. This abundance is the reason a single drop of blood can deliver so much oxygen when hemoglobin functions properly. Structurally, hemoglobin is composed of two main parts, heme and globin. We will break down each part in the next scenes. The globin portion consists of protein chains. These chains fold into a precise three-dimensional shape that influences function. The heme portion contains an organic ring called protoporphyrin with an iron atom at its center. The iron in heme is present in the ferrous form, and this iron atom is the key functional component because it binds oxygen. Together, globin chains and heme groups form the complete hemoglobin molecule capable of carrying oxygen efficiently. Understanding the difference between heme and globin helps explain how structure determines function in hemoglobin. Hemoglobin in adults is usually a tetramer made of 4 globin chains, typically to alpha and to beta chains. Each globin chain is a protein of several hundred amino acids folded into helices and loops that create a pocket for heme. The three-dimensional fold positions specific amino acids to interact with the heme and stabilize the iron atom. The globin environment protects the heme iron and helps control how readily oxygen binds and is released. Different globin chain types and small structural changes can alter oxygen affinity, a key concept in physiology and disease. These principles explain why genetics and environment influence how hemoglobin carries oxygen in different individuals. Now let us focus on the heme group, a flat protoporphyrin ring that holds a central iron atom in the ferrous state. The iron atom can form a reversible bond with oxygen, which is the chemical basis for oxygen transport in blood. Each hemoglobin molecule has 4 heme groups, allowing it to carry up to 4 oxygen molecules when fully saturated. Oxygen binding is cooperative. Once one ion binds oxygen, the protein shifts shape slightly to increase affinity for the next oxygen. This cooperative behavior is crucial for efficient pickup in the lungs and release in tissues that need oxygen most. If the iron is oxidized to a different form, or if heme is damaged, oxygen binding is impaired and hemoglobin cannot do its job properly. To summarize, hemoglobin is a globular protein complex made of globin chains and heme groups that together transport oxygen. Remember the key fact: hemoglobin makes up nearly 90% of the dry weight of a mature red blood cell. Distinguishing heme versus globin is essential. Heme houses the iron that binds oxygen, while globin provides structural and regulatory support. Clinically, changes in globin structure or iron chemistry can lead to impaired oxygen delivery and common blood disorders. When you next learn laboratory methods to measure hemoglobin, you will find these structural principles inform the tests and their interpretation. Thank you for watching this overview of hemoglobin structure and function. Keep these core ideas in mind as you study further. And that wraps up today's topic. If this explanation helped you understand the concept more clearly, make sure to like the video and subscribe to this channel for more simplified lab technology and radiology lessons powered by AI. We break down complex subjects in hematology, biochemistry, microbiology, pathology, X-ray, CT, MRI, and diagnostic imaging step by step, so you don't just memorize, you truly understand. If you have any questions or want a specific topic covered, drop it in the comments below. Until the next video, keep learning smart, keep thinking critically, and keep mastering diagnostics.